Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth Stamping Corner, and today is Celebration Sunday. This is the second to the last Celebration Sunday. Next week will be my final Celebration Sunday of our celebrations year. Celebration ends on February 29th, so if you have not yet gotten all of your celebration freebies, make sure you do that before February 29th. Time is running out. All right, I'm just pulling myself up next to me so I can see any comments or anything that comes in. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so let's jump right in. Now today it's a relatively simple card, but I'm going to show you some fun techniques with this. So look at how fun this card is. I'm going to show you some really fun ways to use this embossing folder. And then the stamp set that we're using, this is the Heartfelt Hellos. This actually coordinates with our Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. The Heartfelt Hexagon Punch is currently unavailable to order, but you'll definitely want to earn this stamp set now. And then when the Hexagon Punch comes back, you can purchase that punch and still be able to use it. But this has some great year-round greetings for Father's Day, Mother's Day, Easter, birthdays, Valentine's Day, just in general. Hello. So great stamp set to have on hand. And this is what we're making today. It's a relatively simple card, but you know what? Sometimes I really enjoy making the simple cards because I make so many elaborate over-the-top cards that sometimes the simple cards are really super fun. All right, I got my paper pumpkin yesterday. If you missed my unboxing, there is a link. You can scroll down, find that video from yesterday's unboxing, and the projects were very adorable. There were 2 cards. Look how adorable these cards are. So this is your standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card, and then there was this adorable little slimline card. So these were in the paper pumpkin. So you got 3 of these, and then there was also a little milk carton box as part of the paper pumpkin. So this paper pumpkin projects were pretty heavy. You got 9 projects. All of them were just adorable. I cannot wait to make the other 2 of these boxes. I really love them. Now remember, if you're a paper pumpkin subscriber of mine, you're going to get a PDF with 3 exclusive projects, which I'll be working on this week and hopefully get it out to you by the end of the week. But there's a link to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin if you want it. March's Paper Pumpkin is going to include a free stamp set. It is March is like paper. I have no idea where to put these. Hold on. March is like Paper Pumpkin's anniversary month, and so they always give us a free gift. And in March, we're going to get an additional free stamp set. So we get the stamp set that coordinates with the kit, but then you're going to get an additional free one. So March is always a great month, never to skip. So make sure you grab March. You do need to subscribe by March 10th if you want Paper Pumpkin. So make sure you get that done. Paper Pumpkin it keeps blowing me away. I love it. All right, online exclusives. Demonstrators can actually pre-order these. Now, this is not all of the online exclusives. This is just a very teeny tiny variety of what is coming. But there's so many more online exclusives coming, and those will be available, I believe, March 5th. But if you want to join Stampin' Up, you can actually put them in your starter kit now. And during Celebration is a great time to join. Let's jump to the back of our catalog here. When you join during Celebration, you get 2 options. You can either choose the option 1 with the free glass mat studio, which is what I've been using and I love it, or you can choose option 2, which gives you an additional $30 in free product. Whichever one you choose is great. There's no better one. They are both fantastic, but you only have till February 29th to do that, and I'd love to have you as part of my team. And you can shop those online exclusives. Now remember, like I said, you only have till February 29th to earn your free products. I believe all of the products are still available from the brochure, and there are also some new ones that Stampin' Up! Put out at the beginning of February, so you can earn any of these as well. This Robot Buddies kit, I wanted to show you guys. I actually got that one. This kit has been around for a while, but I don't remember if I ever got it. I feel like maybe I did, but I don't remember. But let me tell you how great the kits are. So yesterday, my daughter needed a birthday card really quick, and I just handed her the whole box. I said, here's the box. She apparently grabbed an ink pad and put it in here. I need to put that away. But she did everything. She found the little stamp set. She used the stamp set. Looks like she cleaned them well too. Good job for her. This one comes with a block because it comes with a stamp set. All of our kits are all inclusive. So if you do need a a block, or if you get a stamp set, it's going to come with a block. So you get that. This one has 2 ink pads, and Bermuda Bay is actually a retired color. So if you love Bermuda Bay, this is a great way to get a little bit of that Bermuda Bay. I haven't even looked at this because she just opened it and went for it. So lots of cute little envelopes, like the gears and stripes, very, very cute. Some dimensionals, which she used. Look, she only used 2. How cute. She didn't use any of these little embellishments. They look like little eyeballs. Those are very cute. Maybe I never got this kit. I don't know. I'm not recognizing a lot of these things, but they're very cute. So if you are familiar, look at all these, like build your own robot. That is so fun. If you're familiar with Paper Pumpkin, these will all look familiar. This is kind of the way Paper Pumpkin comes. These card bases are just adorable. So you can really do whatever you want with these cards. But this is a great option. You can earn this Robot Buddies kit for free during Sale-a-Bration. So if you have all your Sale-a-Bration items, maybe grab a kit. They're, like I said, they are great for kids. They make great gifts too. If you have somebody that wants to kind of get into stamping, this is a great one to choose, and you can get that for free. Give it to them as a gift. Great for kids, great for traveling as well, because they are all inclusive. You don't have to worry about packing extra things. They're ready to go. All right, before we jump into our card, there is one more kit that I wanted to show you guys. This one is one that is available for purchase, and I don't remember. I'm going to try to pull this kit up real quick next to me on my computer because I want to give you the price of this one. I think it's only like $24, but let me pull this up. But this one came out at the beginning of February, and I just loved it. It was so adorable, so I had to get it. And it comes in like this giant box, which I just love. I'm going to use this box over and over again. It is $25, and it is a Happy Houseplants kit. And this one I made, it didn't take long, but look at how cute. And they come with the frames, they come with the mats, they come with all the projects. So there's one, and there's another. This is just such a good kit. And actually, I'm actually going to buy a few of these kits and have them on hand, because I think this will be good for, I think I'm going to have the kids invite some of their friends over. I think these would make great little Mother's Day gifts. You can add like a little tag, attach it to the frame somehow. But they are fantastic. And the frames allow you to either hang them on the wall or just stand them up on a desk or a table, a mantle, whatever you want. But they are so, so cute. I just love these. So however you want to use them, they're really great. And the little, you know, you can see I have my, it's not glass, it's like plastic, but I have that on here. You can actually leave that off because these are kind of 3-dimensional, so you can leave that off. I put mine back on for the sheer sake of easy cleaning. I didn't want all the dust and stuff collecting inside of those little layers, but this is such a fun kit. So only $25, 4 frames, 4 of these beautiful items. So I think that I'm gonna do that Mother's Day idea. These would be great for like teacher gifts too. You could even have kids like sign the little mat here, or sign this piece back here, and you could give it to like a teacher. Thanks for helping us grow, stuff like that. I think that would be a really cute gift too. So keep all of that in mind. This kit is available in my online store. Again, it's only $25, so it's a great thing to stock up on. I really love it. All right, let's jump into our card today. I think I've talked long enough. So this is the card we're making today. Again, like I said, we're using the Heartfelt Hellos stamp set. This is one you can earn for free during Sale-a-Bration. Oh, I'm going to go back to the video here. There we go. All right. If you are watching this on Facebook, please share this with your friends who might like to see this. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. That really helps me out. If you are shopping for online products, maybe you want to grab a couple of those Heartfelt, or not Heartfelt, but Happy Houseplants kits. Head to my online store. This is the host code for February. When you use that, you earn some extra benefits when shopping my online store. So let's start with our background here. So you can see the beautiful texture in that. That is from the Layered Florals embossing folder. This is in the mini catalog. It doesn't coordinate with the suite. I don't believe it coordinates with the suite. Now I need to look it up. Hold on. Let's look it up. It is such a beautiful embossing folder, and I haven't used it as much as I would have liked to because it's so pretty. Page 65, if you're following along in your catalog. Yeah, it's kind of like tucked away up here. So I think it kind of gets lost a little bit. You can see this gorgeous sample. It uses it in the back here. This one, they've colored it. We're going to kind of do some coloring on it. But man, I love that. That's beautiful. But in case you've missed it, it just kind of gets tucked away. So you might not have seen that in the catalog. But this is what we're using. The Layered Florals embossing folder. And I have already embossed a piece of basic white. And I've done a little bit of coloring on here. Now, some of the coloring, I don't know how well it's going to show up, especially under my bright lights. But you'll want to make sure to check out the pictures of this on my blog because you'll see that coloring a lot better. So let me grab my Stampin' Blends. We're going to do some coloring with Stampin' Blends. You can watercolor on this. If you want to watercolor it, I would emboss it in watercolor paper. But let's go ahead and start with our light Daffodil Delight. And all I'm doing with the Daffodil Delight is I want to switch to my brush tip. I'm just coloring the centers of the flowers. So these little flowers. And Stampin' Blends they spread a little bit. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Stampin' Blends will spread a little bit, so you don't want to kind of go outside the lines. You want to stay kind of in the line. There's one up here. And then for these bigger flowers, we're just going to do the center of the flowers. So I'm just going to kind of tap it. I'm not adding a whole lot of color because I don't want it to blend into areas that I don't want it to on. So we're just kind of tapping it around just like that. And then there's one over here. So just kind of tap it. So this takes a little bit of time, and that's why I've done a little bit of it in advance. So that's it with the Daffodil Delight. You're going to want to do that for all of your flower centers. And I think my daughter was using my Stampin' Blends too because they're all out of order. All right, for the, we're going to use light Parakeet Party. And for the light Parakeet Party, we're going to do these little leaves that are attached to these little flowers back here. Just kind of going through and hitting these little leaves with some of the Parakeet Party. I like embossing or coloring the embossing like this because it really makes some of that details pop out and stand out a little bit more. So that's it with the light one. And then for the dark one, we're going to color the leaves that are coming off these flowers. And I am declaring the leaves that are coming off the bigger flowers, the ones that have the texture on them. The petals are kind of going up. These are kind of coming down and they have texture on them. They have some little lines on them. So I'm going to declare those the leaves. I don't know if that's necessarily correct, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm using my dark Parakeet Party for this. Now, while I'm using Parakeet Party, let's talk a little bit about the in colors. Parakeet Party is one of the in colors that we'll be leaving in April. It is a retiring in color. So if Parakeet Party is one of your favorite greens, you're going to want to make sure to stock up on that. Other colors that are leaving, I'm going to pull them all down here so you guys can see. Make sure that you're stocking up on these now. And there's actually no better time to stock up on them than during, we're going to have to zoom out for this. Whoop, hold on. During Sale-a-Bration is a great time to stock up on all of these things. So Orchid Oasis, Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, Tahitian Tide, and then of course Parakeet Party. These are all retiring this year. So if you love these colors, if these are colors you use all the time, stock up on your cardstocks, your inks, your refills, your Stampin' Blends. Stock up on those because after April when they retire, you're not going to be able to get them again. And so I want to make sure you guys all know that because every single year I get somebody going, why can't I buy that color anymore? And I said, well, you know what? It retired and I'm very sorry, but once they retire, we can't get them anymore. All right, now I'm kind of looking at my screen and you're not going to be able to see the shading that I'm going to do very well, but I have my dark Pool Party here and I'm just going kind of between the petals and just adding a little bit of shading to these bigger flowers. And I think you can probably see that, but we're going to soften it quite a bit with our color lifter. And so I'm just going to kind of go over all of those lines and just I'm messy scribbling here. And it's going to add lots of shading and dimension into those little crevices and onto each petal. So just a little bit. And so once it dries completely, it's going to be this soft, super soft shading. And I don't even know if this is going to show up. But it is just so, so pretty. And you'll have to check out the pictures to see it better. But in person, it really stands out. So I'm just going to go through, and I'm only doing this to the bigger flowers. I'm not doing, oh, you know, those are leaves. I'm not doing this to the little flowers. I'm leaving those completely white. But I am adding a little bit of shading to the bigger flowers. Okay, so we have those. Let's go in with our color lifter, and we're just going to soften those. If you don't have a color lifter with your Stampin' Blends, make sure to pick one up. They are only $4.50, I believe, or $5. Maybe they're $5. And man, it sure makes a difference. It adds, it softens lines. It's just such a good little, that's green. That's all right. It'll soften it a little bit. And I missed another green leaf here too. So we'll go in with that. But once that dries, it's going to have this beautiful, like soft shadow to it, which is just stunning. And it's going to leave us with some beautiful texture, which I don't know is going to show up on the camera. But again, make sure to check out those pictures, and I'll try to post them on my Facebook page as well. All right, now we're going to add just a little bit of splatter with our same Pool Party dark. And I'm just going to go through and just splatter this a little bit all over the background. All right, so that's that. That's Pool Party. So we're going to set this aside, let it completely dry. I'm going to zoom back out so that we can kind of see what we're doing. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, card base. Let's talk about our card base and our layers. I'm using a Parakeet Party card base here. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's just your standard card base. And then I have a piece of Lemon Lolly that is 4 by 5 1/4. And this white piece, I never mentioned that this size. This was 3 3/4 by 5. So these are all going to get layered up. So let's go ahead and add these down. I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal, and this one's about to run out, so we may have to switch to our Stampin' Seal Plus if this runs out. I'm going to add this at an angle. These are all going to be a little bit of a wonky little angle. So add that to an angle. If you have issues putting things on straight, just add everything at an angle. It doesn't matter. All right, one more thing that I want to add to these flowers, well, before we get too far in, on the little white flowers, the ones that we didn't color, I'm just going to go through and touch them with just a little bit of Wink of Stella. And that's just going to add just the tiniest bit of shimmer when people look at the card. And I'm not adding a whole lot. I'm really just very lightly brushing them. And if it gets messy, that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, perfect. So that's probably not going to show up on camera, but it's there. And it adds lots of shine. All right, so that is our card base. So let's do some of our stamping now. So I have the Enjoy Your Day on a block here, and we're going to stamp it in 3 different colors. We're going to do Pool Party, Lemon Lolly, and Parakeet Party. I'm going to start with my Lemon Lolly, and we're just going to do tone on tone on scraps of paper here. So I'm going to ink this up and just stamp that down. I was trying to get it straight on the edge. Yeah, I failed miserably on that. All right, let me grab my chamois here. It is stained, but it still works beautifully. All I have is it's wet with water, and that's it. All right, so that is Lemon Lolly. So let's jump to Parakeet Party. We'll do the same thing, tone on tone. And as long as we have the Parakeet Party out, I'm also going to stamp that on this little scrap of white. And all we want on this white is the part that says Your Day. So even though that's Enjoy is lined up perfectly straight, we're not going to worry about that. All right, let's clean our stamp again. I get asked a lot, how do I clean my chamois? And I stick them in my washing machine. I try to do it once a week, but I stick them in my washing machine. You can wash them with like sheets and towels, and they don't stain anything. None of the ink comes off. I make sure to rinse them real well in the sink before they go in the washing machine. But, oops, let's try that one again. That one didn't stamp so well. But it keeps them nice and clean. They're going to stain. That's just the nature of them. The ink won't come out. And don't put them in the dryer. Once they come out of the washer, they're done. And then I just keep them in a little stamp case and they're ready to go. All right, so we got that all cleaned off. We have our Enjoy stamped 3 times. well, 4 times. And we're going to trim out the Enjoy. And I'm going to use my little tiny guillotine cutter to trim this out. You can use scissors or any other paper trimmer. I'm trying to get these as straight as possible, and we're just cutting it right against the words. My little thing is so squeaky too. It drives me nuts. Okay, so there's our Lemon Lolly one. So let's do our Pool Party. And I'm going to straighten that up just a little bit. There we go. And I'm just trying to keep them all with the same kind of border. So I'm trying to keep them kind of uniformly the same size with the same border. So there's our Pool Party. So, and then we're going to do our Parakeet Party. These in colors are some of my favorites, so I am so sad that they are leaving. I'm hoping someday we'll see them again in a color refresh, but since we just had a color refresh last year, I'm not expecting a color refresh for at least a couple of years. But I'm hoping someday they'll come back because they are some of my absolute favorite colors. So I'm very sad to see them go, but it just means we get new colors. All right, so I'm trimming out the Your Day part on the white. And I don't want this to take up too much real estate on our cards. I'm making sure to go very, very close with that one. Okay? And that's all of our trimming. So let's get rid of all of our scraps. I'll just push those off to the side. All right, so these are all going to be popped up on dimensionals, these 3, and then this one we'll use some of our liquid glue. So let me grab some dimensionals, and I'm going to use these little edge pieces right here. Those will be perfect for our little cards here, our little pieces. So you can make this card with whatever color scheme you want. I'm using some softer pastel colors for this card, for kind of like a spring card. But if you wanted to make those flowers pinks or purples, you could absolutely do that as well. All right, I'm going to start with my Lemon Lolly one. And this one we're going to try to put on straight. Kind of straight, we'll see. And then our Pool Party one goes right on top. So we're pulling in all of these colors from that background just to help them coordinate all together. And then our Parakeet Party one goes on the bottom. Isn't that cute? All right. A little bit of liquid glue just on the back of this. And this will go down right between that Lemon Lolly and that Parakeet Party one. Enjoy your day. Just like that. All right, some final embellishments. I'll move this stuff out of the way. I have a double baker's twine bow that I have tied with the 3-color baker's twine pack. Glue dot on the back of that. And we're just going to stick this almost like nestled right under that Lemon Lolly piece. That little bow. Beautiful. And then I have the rainbow dots. These are in the Hot Air Balloon Suite, or the Lighter Than Air Suite. And we're going to use these little lemon lolly dots. We're just going to use like 3 of them. Just kind of sprinkle them around here, and we'll put one up here as well. And that's it. That is our final card. Now you could do this with any of the greetings in the set. You could, do the background, maybe not the dad one, maybe just use some, either a masculine embossing folder or something else, but you could use our heart embossing folder for the love. You can use any of them with any of these greetings. You could easily change this to the Mother's Day greeting for here, and that would be super adorable. All right, guys, that is it for me today. Remember, I will be live on Wednesday with a really cute project. Actually, do you guys want to see a sneak peek what we're going to make Wednesday? Let me grab it. This is what we're going to make Wednesday. Super cute. Easter's right around the corner, you guys. So that's what we're going to make on Wednesday, and then I'll be back on next Sunday with our final Sale-a-Bration Sunday project, and we are going to do the watercolor melons, and the card I'm making is so adorable. You won't want to miss that one. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great Sunday, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.